Good afternoon. Thank you, Mrs. Obama and Dr. Biden, for allowing us to share our stories with you today. My name is Joni Lownsdale, and I'm from Rockford, Illinois. When I first received my breast cancer diagnosis in the summer of 2002, I never could have imagined that it was the beginning of a journey that would bring me to the White House to share my story with you today. I'm happy to say that because of early detection, my health story has been one of victory rather than tragedy. But despite my good health today, my diagnosis has left a target on my back and has made getting insurance a very costly proposition. At 39 years old, I was a healthy mother of 7-year-old and 1-year-old daughters. I was a self-employed graphic artist with private health insurance that I had purchased on the individual market. Because I was young and I had no history of cancer in my family, I thought I was safe from that dreaded diagnosis. But I have since learned that there are many cancer patients who come from families with no history of the disease. In other words, it can strike anyone, even you. At first, I was sure I had received a death sentence. Eventually, I learned that because we caught it early, I had only one very small tumor, smaller than the size of a pea. I received a lumpectomy, followed by chemotherapy, radiation, and 5 years of hormone therapy. At the end of that course of treatment, my oncologist assured me that according to his computer projections and based on my situation, I have a more than 94% chance of remaining cancer-free. Very similar, thank you. Very similar to a woman who's never had breast cancer. In 2005, with 2.5 years of survivorship behind me and a clean bill of health, I got a letter from my insurer saying that my premiums were going to just about triple. I sat and cried. There was no way I could afford it. So I went looking for another option. I was able to get on Illinois' high-risk pool, the state's so-called safety net, the I-CHIP program. But my monthly premiums kept increasing. I now pay $600 a month for a plan that covers me alone. I've looked for other options on the individual market, calling the American Cancer Society's Health Insurance Assistance Service to see if they knew of insurers who would cover previous cancer patients. Even though I'm a survivor and I wasn't in active treatment, I learned that because I had, past tense, cancer, I'm deemed uninsurable in the private market. I will most likely be cancer-free for the rest of my life, but having the word cancer written on my medical chart is enough to generate an automatic rejection from insurance coverage. Thank you for inviting me here today to allow me to share my story, and thank you for raising awareness of this important issue. I will continue to share my story thanks to the American Cancer Society as we advocate together for comprehensive health reform that is adequate and affordable for all Americans and does not discriminate based on health status or history. Thank you very much.